please make yourself known to a staff member at gate 79?
I said that I'd do a vlog every single day, and I don't know if the first day counts, so I'm going to wrap it into two, where it's going to be, I'm going to start with the day that we took off and went to New Zealand, and then today is, well, I'm filming this the day after, so that's the plan at least. So yesterday we went to the airport and boarded the plane and just got to the airport. We just before we left, we grabbed some food, and so during the flight I managed to record the takeoff, which was pretty neat. And of course, as always, during takeoff is when there's the crying baby. I was also struggling with the PowerPoint on the plane. So it had a PowerPoint and I plugged it in and it didn't do anything. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Shortly after we got into the air though, it was starting to work. So I tried that, but you needed to like push it in and then twist it to one side, and then it would finally charge. So I managed to like stop my phone from dying while we were away. And then when we landed, we were sort of waiting around front. It was like straight through customs, so that was fantastic. Dad's granddad's friend was picking us up, Victor, and he picked us up and drove us to Granddad's house. And once we got there, first port of order, get a SIM card for your phone. Green sushi. For children. Now, we went with Spark, but it seems like that was a poor choice, as they must have gone through an IT upgrade while we were away, because it just didn't work. So I put it into my phone and tried to activate it and it just wouldn't. It was like turn off your Wi-Fi, but as soon as you turn off your Wi-Fi and go onto 4G, you don't have any internet, so like that's helpful. So finally got it sorted this morning. Clearly something they did over the weekend just meant that it was just. So I got it sorted, but Mum still seemed to have some issues. Get back to that later. So at the start of today, the idea was to go to the Chinese New Year festival. Everyone kind of, traveling seemed to have taken a lot out of them, so we sort of slept in a fair while. We rushed out at breakneck 12 p.m. So we're sort of there towards the end of the Chinese New Year markets. It was pretty interesting, probably not what I expected. And in the end, I was lining up for food, and we get almost to the end, and they had the Taiwanese fried chicken sign, and they pulled it down to say that they had sold out. So I missed out. And it was kind of close to closing time, so there wasn't really much point going to another queue for the same thing to happen basically as you get to the end. So we decided to move on. We went to Wendy's after that because, you know, we don't have that back in Australia, so we may as well eat it while we have the chance. Yes, we did have it 2 days in a row. And then we went to a nearby camera store. Interesting, it was the same price as camera stores back in Brisbane, except just different brands, but they're like the same quality stuff. It was really strange. And then probably top of the agenda, go to a Spark kiosk. So we drove off to Spark and said, Mum's phone's not working, can you fix it? Apparently the SIM card broke. It wasn't me. So they fixed it up and gave it back to her, and we're still not sure it's working totally, but we'll see. And then we went to the Domain, which is a War Memorial Art Museum thing. We get there and it's closed. And I was kind of like driving up the wrong way, so They probably just shut their doors because they were worried that we're coming in. In the park nearby, there are a bunch of ducks, and I'm like being a complete tourist and run over. There are ducks. Oh, they're sleeping. Oh, they're all looking at me. Get really close with my camera and start trying to take photos, and I've got some videos of ducks being ducks. And on the way home, Grandad mentioned something about sourdough bread. So you have Pack and Save, which is the cheap brand, and then you have Countdown, which is slightly more expensive. And you have New World, which is owned by Pack and Save, but it's the nice one. New Zealand, you can just buy booze in the supermarket, including craft beer. Oh yeah, Judge Judy. That was interesting. And then we came home, it was sort of time to calm down. So I had a beer and editing this video. Alright, so I'm going to try and keep doing these every single day, but we'll see. See ya.